Hi guys, it's Jamila here from Slap. Today I'm going to be doing a video on a No Buy Fri. It is my second No Buy Fri and I'm going to be doing a kind of warmish, orangish kind of look. So I'm just going to get into it, but if you haven't subscribed already guys, please subscribe. We'd love to have you in the Slap family, and without further ado guys, here is the video. This is my second No Buy Fri and it's basically a shop my stash where I go back through my collection and try different things I haven't tried in a while, or things that I already own and may have overlooked or left abandoned sitting on the shelf gathering dust. So I just wanted to get some stuff out in an effort to be more sustainable and more green and more conscious of my consumption and not just review new products all the time. So first up I'm going to start with base. I was actually going to be sneaky and use my Laura Mercier hydrating primer because I like it and I know what it does, but I decided to actually do a No Buy Fri and actually be authentic to this video. So I decided to try a new primer, well, an old primer. That being said, I really wanted to try a corrector that I tried yesterday and bought this week, which was the new Charlotte, well, the old Charlotte Tilbury corrector, but that was new to me, so I'm not going to use that. I'm going to start with a primer. Not one of my favourite primers, I have to say. It's the Dior Backstage Primer. It looks nice, but I think it makes me a bit matte. But anyway, I'm going to use it. The thing I like about this is it is silky and it does feel nice on the skin. I do really want to try the Gucci one, and I think once these Laura Mercier ones finish, I might try the Gucci. So next I'm going to go in with a bit of glow, because we like the glow on a No Buy Fri. I'm going to use the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter in the shade 6.5. I haven't used this in absolutely ages. I don't know why, but I always put my illuminators on after primer and before foundation. It's just what I like to do. And I always blend in my illuminators with my foundation as well. So for foundation, I was torn between this, which I think I haven't used in about 2 years. This is the Power Fabric Foundation from Giorgio Armani. I never use this. I wonder if I should. It feels a bit matte. Okay, so maybe, I was thinking I might do the Fenty, but the only thing about the Fenty is you can't really use a sponge, and I kind of want a sponge because I've got this on underneath. Okay, so it's either going to be the It Cosmetics tint or the Dior Backstage 5W. I haven't used the Dior Backstage in a while, and having just recently tried the Dior Forever Glow, I would be intrigued to remember the Dior Backstage's vibe because I kind of forgot. So I think maybe I'm going to use the Dior Backstage. I'm going to use the shade 5W. I did buy it in the Forever Glow, which was not the right shade. I sent that back, which is, you know, sad times. I also have the 6W, which is this shade here. Might just use a bit of them together. It's a bit cheating. I was talking to one of you guys about the Dior Backstage the other day and how we didn't think it was as glowy as it used to be. And I definitely do get that from this. It doesn't feel as glowy as I remember it being, and it doesn't feel as like light and airy as I remember it being. I'm going to pop a bit of corrector on because I totally forgot about it. Next I'm going to go in with concealer, and one that I haven't used since I first tried it. This is the Fenty Beauty Bright Fix Concealer or eye brightener in the shade Almond Butter, and number 12. And it's quite a nice shade actually. I do prefer concealers with a wand just because it means I can do the wingy outy thing. But hey. And it just means I get straight lines, which I don't think I just did, who did? For brows, I'm just going to brush up my brows with the Glossy Clear Brow Gel. So that is my base on. I've just filled in my brows with the Gucci. So next I'm going to contour. I'll be using the Danessa Myricks contour in the shade Deep 2. Which I do really like the shade. It's nice and rich, but not too rich. Under my eyes, I'm going to use a combination of two things. I'm going to use the Pat McGrath Yellow Powder and this Dior. I tried just a little bit of the Pat on my hand. It seems a little bit white, so I just want to make sure I have balance. This is the 6N. So now I'm going to go in with some bronzing product. I'm going to use the Glossy Solar Paint in the shade Heat. Which is a really nice product. I haven't used it for a while, but it is really pretty. It's very warming for the complexion. So that's the Glossier on. I think that Danessa Myricks doesn't love the Dior Backstage Primer. The Dior Backstage seems to be like gripping onto it, but I think I managed to blend it in okay. For blushes, I'm torn between the Glossier Cloud Paint in the shade Dawn, which is nice and orange, or my old favorite liquid blush, which is the M Cosmetics Sunset Sky, which I think I might use because I miss it. I haven't used it for ages. And little does go a long way with this one. For my nose highlight, I'm thinking about a very old favorite. This is the Fenty Beauty Cinnamon Matchstick, which I haven't used for years. This is it here. I think it might be a bit cool, or the Danessa Myricks Wet Balm, Dew Wet Balm in the shade Hot Water. I think I'm going to go in with that one. So I like to go in a lot of the time, if I can, with a creamy base for my eyelid. And normally I use the Laura Mercier Cocoa, but since I'm trying things that are new or different, I'm going to use the Patrick Tar cream ones here. So I like putting powders on top of creams because I think it gives the powders a bit more of a glaze. But using creams on their own, they just get very creasy on my lids. So I like to have a best of both approach, I guess. The creams I tend to use are a bit more glossy than these ones. These are a bit more grippy, but they do still do a good job. So hopefully it will be fine. I'm going to use this brown from the Mothership 5 from Pat. Any brown will do. I'm going to intensify it with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Soft Glam palette, and I'm going to use the Sienna shade and the Rustic shade as well. Then I'm going to go a bit wild. I'm going to use a bit of the Mothership 7 orangey shade. So you guys always hear me banging on about the special shades, why they're so great. And I couldn't decide which one, so I'm going to use both. So in the Mothership 8, this is a really nice orange. But then in Mothership 6, then we've got a glitter. This glitter is insane. Very sheeny. So I'm going to use this pink one here, which looks like a basic pink, but it's actually got so much dimension to it. So for lip liner, I'm going to use one I very rarely use. It is the Ground Control from Pat McGrath. For bronzer, I'm going to try not to be too heavy-handed, but I'm going to use a bronzer I haven't used in absolutely ages, I think. This is the Gucci Powder de Beauté Eclat Soleil 05 bronzing powder. I very rarely use it because it's very rich. It's quite spready, but we're going to give it a go. And for blusher, I'm going to use the one that started this all off. This is the Pat McGrath Electric Bloom blusher. And I'm going to use the Pat McGrath Old School Fetish Eyes Mascara. Okay guys, so lastly for lips, I'm a bit torn where to go. So I've got the Christian Louboutin lipstick. I can't remember what shade this is. It's a brown and I really liked it. Then there is the Byredo Earth Dust. It's also a really nice one actually. Bit lighter. Thinking of finishing up with the Kosas Wet Lip Gloss in the shade Dip. I think I'm done. I'm going to give you guys a quick close up and then I'm going to finish up. So guys, that is it. That's my finished look. That is my No Buy Fri for this Fri. It's a bit orangey, it's a bit warm. I definitely loved the Glossier bronzer. Really enjoyed using the Danessa Myricks Dew Balm, all of the Pat McGraths, and playing with my Pat McGrath Mothership glitters and sheeny shiny shades, but the Anastasia Beverly Hills Soft Glam palette, which I do really love. One of my favorite palettes of all time, just so easy. I like the Gucci bronzer, which I always like. It wasn't too intense for a change, which was nice. The Pat McGrath Electric Bloom, great blusher. I'm still figuring out my placement of that blusher, but I do still really like the shade. Also really love the Louboutin brown lipstick, which is one of my favorites. It's so creamy, I love the packaging, so luxurious, but it feels so soft and creamy on the lips. Really like that paired with the Kosas Wet Lip Oil and the By Radiant Earth Dust. I feel like they're quite a nice combo. The Pat McGrath Ground Control lip liner is actually really nice. I don't know why I don't use it more, but it was really nice. I enjoyed playing with everything. And of course my M Cosmetics Sunset Sky, still love it as much as I always have. One of my favorite things. So a lot to love in this one. There wasn't really anything I didn't love apart from the Dior Backstage primer, which I just don't love. I just don't love it, but everything else was good, so I'm really happy with it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, guys. Will you be buying anything? Will you be trying anything? Will you be no buying anything? Will you be retrying anything? Let me know. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked this video. If you haven't subscribed already, guys, please subscribe. We'd love to have you in the Slap family. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you on the next one.